Alright, today's Friday. It started a long weekend. Starting this video off. Having a fire. Buddy Trevor's coming over. And the outside light just went off. Trip it back on. There we go. So, yeah. That's what we're starting up to. Tomorrow we're going to get the quad stripped down, hopefully. I like to say I'd like to get the motor out tomorrow, but we'll see. But anyways, time to drink some beer. Alrighty, it's another day in paradise. We're back outside in the garage today. We are hopefully going to get the plastics off today, coolant drained, and then tomorrow hopefully get started on removing the engine. But last night Fedor and Trevor came over for the fire, which indeed turned out to be a pretty good time, except what I'm going to refer to as the Crackheads next door. I don't know what the fuck was going on with them, but they had some big party being a bunch of freaking idiots. I think close to 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 police vehicles showed up and, I don't know, probably told them to shut the fuck up because it was really loud. But prior to that, I'm going to have to really put this on the big screen and check it out. But it almost looked like somebody ran naked in front of my security camera last night. Let's have a look at that. I thought that was a little bit bizarre, but before we get going on the Arctic Cat, I got a package come in that we're going to use to hopefully fix the 4x4 actuator. So let's just have a quick look at that. Those are the limit switches I ordered too as backup, and these are the diodes right in this package right here, because you never know. So we're going to tackle that project towards the end of this build once we get the engine out, engine built, and everything else. So that'll be pretty exciting, that, because Arctic Cat said it's non-serviceable, but everything, if you have a will, is serviceable and the means to do it. Okay, now the next step we're gonna do is start draining all the coolant, and at the bottom of the water pump there is your drain, so you're gonna need a 10 mil wrench. We're gonna bust that off, drain it into our pan below. There's still quite a bit of pressure in there, I must say. Crack the rat cap off. And then some more comes pissing out. Yeah, I think we got out as much as we're going to get. We'll put that little screw back in. Drain our coolant into a recyclable container where we can get it properly processed. That's nicely taken care of. I just shoved some rags in the port to keep out some dirt. Now on the opposite side, here's 2 oil lines we're going to remove, and by doing that, we're just going to pull this top piece off with all the hosing attached to it, which is going to make things easier. That's the 2 oil lines right there that I'm talking about. Looks like we got some wires just dangling around. We're going to have to get those sorted out. Zip ties up there that are busted. I think that's for the handlebar warmers. Looks like that shock is leaking for the Arctic Cat. I wonder if that used guy has any. I'm gonna have to message him and find out. So oil lines are off, which is 2 bolts now on each side, one right there, another one behind that cover, and then this top plastic piece will come off, but we gotta get the handlebars loosened off too, so we can feed them through the plastic. part's done. The rest of it I don't think should be too bad. Going forward, I think I'm going to remove the rack from the plastics and put that on, just because it was awkward. Everything is off that winch. Look at that. I think I'm going to have to strip that down for a rebuild. And look at all this mud. Holy crap. I'm almost tempted, once I get everything out, is to load it up on the trailer, take it down to the car wash and spray it out. Got the airbox removed. Trying to think up some things that I may want to do. Perhaps putting snorkels on it. And I'm thinking about adding on a little module called Dial a Jet, which works off vacuum from the motor, which you can give it more fuel without the need to replace the jets in your carburetor. So instead of constantly rejetting to get it right, you can just dial a jet and then away you go. So think about doing that. Since it is a part, you know, snorkels would probably be a pretty good idea. I honestly can't remember the last time I changed or cleaned the air filter, I should say, and it definitely shows. And there's still water in there from when I swamped it. That's probably the reason why we're rebuilding the engine. Like, there's nothing on this ATV that has been spared from mud. But anyways, I think it's motherfucking beer time now. We're gonna be rocking the Alpine, which is kind of funny because it's got a picture of a mountain. However, it's brewed by Moosehead Brewery, which is in St. John's, New Brunswick, where they don't really have mountains, which is kind of funny. All right, motherfucking beer time. Got some good old Alpine. Oh, I've been drinking this past while. It's not too bad. This video, I think, is going to be a little on the short side, only because moving forward with this project, I kind of want to keep the vlogs centralized in one thing, where today the video dealt with just getting the plastics off and kind of looking over some things. The next video is going to deal with actually pulling the motor out, and then after that we're going to probably be doing some other things, like doing videos on how to change the belt and start the rebuild on the engine. This freaking cold won't go away. It's been over a week now. But anyways, motherfucking beer time. I'm going to get going. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. And this is going to be a pretty interesting little project we got happening here. And then after that, gold equipment. And then I think I'm not going to take on any more projects, but just focus on the car then. I'll talk to you guys later.